During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our 2 pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle. When we deconstructed this wall, I saved all of these flat bits of stone so we can cement them in like this, do some sort of crazy paving. And I've ordered some creeping thyme, which will go, it's lovely, it sort of goes in between all the cracks of the rocks and it flowers, and when you tread on it, it gives this lovely fragrance. So I'm going to put that all over here as well as along the edge of the house and in the garden. And yeah, just I don't know why I like moss so much. These bits here are particularly lovely. They've got heather growing in them, and there's lots of different kinds of moss. I don't know what they all are, but yeah, they'll bed this right in, won't they, little cat? Excuse me. And here it is. Only the steps to do now. Wait for some decent days without rain so that we can concrete these over the breeze blocks there. This needs a drain. I'm going to put a French drain there going into that streamlet there, and then cover it over with pebbles. nice to get it finished. Headbutts. Headbutts. Uh-huh. There is a lot of work to do here. Apple trees, they need pruning, and every year at this time. These guys haven't been pruned for quite some time by the looks of things. They should be bowl-shaped in the middle. They should be empty in the middle of the tree. Shouldn't have any growth going inwards, and that lets light and air into the tree. And they also shouldn't be this tall, because there's no way you can harvest from the top of that. So the tree is just going to put tons of energy up there for nothing, because you're not going to be able to harvest properly. And it's going to overproduce fruit as well, rather than making quality versus quantity. But if I totally prune these back, you run the risk of shocking them and killing them. So you can only do it, sort of take it back by a quarter of what you kind of envisage the whole being every year. So this is going to be a 4-year project. Yeah, get cracking. Well, I can see the first one I'm going to take for sure. That's kind of brutal, but the other reason to have taken this one is because it's touching loads of other branches, and you don't want them rubbing against each other. You can see by what I've taken out already that this tree is so big that that's not even 25%. But I'm going to do one more and then that's it for this year. See this one here? If I move around here, you'll be able to see it better. That very tall one, that's the leader. And it needs cut back to about here. So that's the last cut I'm going to make on this tree. And then, well, there's loads more to do. Several more trees. And over here is the little fig tree that doesn't grow. And actually, it does get enough light. Right here. So I'm just going to feed it. See what we can do with it.
There are lots of daffs, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, look at them all. This is going to look amazing.
There's tons over there as well.
Just don't let the sheep down here.
I've done that one, and one over there. These two little ones don't need doing. But this one's just like spaghetti junction, and none of the branches are supposed to be crossing or touching. And
What happens if they touch?
Well, they rub against each other, and it can the disease can get in the tree then, and also it can knock the fruit off early. But they're supposed to be like bowl shaped. See how I've thinned that one out so it's empty in the middle. But you can't do them all in one go, in 1 year. So
What was the apple crop like this year?
it's good. Lots. But you don't want too many. You want
There are not that many trees, are there really?
I'm going to do a rather brutal cut to and then I think that'll be it for this tree.
What's this one, and should this actually be allowed to grow in here?
I don't know if they're all apples. That doesn't look like apple.
No, I can't recognise that. Is it a birch of some kind?
Don't know. Not sure. Guess who I talked to today?
Rishi Sunak.
No, I don't want to talk to Rishi Sunak.
Who?
The local beekeeping society, because this is where the beehive's going to go somewhere.
Does it have to be on flat ground?
Yeah, it needs to be flat.
I thought they did. Oh, well, there's a bit over here, look.
But they don't really like being under trees because they don't like the rain dropping from the trees onto the roof. But they need to be here really so that they can pollinate the fruit trees. Be good for them.
How many hives?
Well, one to begin. And then we'll see what happens. This is going to be a nightmare to get out of there.
Do they make mead from honey?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't like mead.
I've never met a person that does. It's awful.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go and collect some post.
Okay.
And take some post.
Blech.
As in delivering post that shouldn't have been delivered to us back to our post box so the postman can collect it and re-deliver it. Well, I'll leave you to it.
All right. Have fun.
I want to get there and back before the rain starts again. I haven't really got the clothing on for rain on the quad. Jeeves? Jeeves? You alright in your box? Hey? Got nothing to say. Living the life, living the dream.
These are funny wee propagation things. You put your seeds into these wee pods and these swell up around your seeds. I'm planting onion seeds today. Good time to start them in February inside. And I'm going to aim for maybe sort of roughly 6 seeds per pod. And I'm not going to thin them out either, because onions are one of these plants, they like to be in the ground with their mates. They seem to be healthier and grow better that way. And instead of growing single onions, they grow in a cluster. And you can harvest them as spring onions, just chopping the tops off when they're ready, or you can let them go the full whack and develop into bulb onions. You get a huge yield in quite a small space this way. These seeds were given to us by some friends in South Africa who journeyed to Scotland and posted them to us while they were here. So thank you very much, Robert.
I was hoping to get on this island here and then across over to this much larger one here. But these are just mud flats. And even though I've got an incredibly sturdy pair of light leather boots on, it's not going to get me across there, even though you can see the deer being across, look. So I'm just going to have to keep on walking until I find something of interest. Another bit of broken pot. This is an old paddock where they obviously kept animals and grazed them because it's walled. And we said before that, you know, this is evidence, all this fern that's been trampled down is evidence that this is one of the major places where the deer are bedding down. And if you look here, all this has been recently trampled. soil's coming through. It's a very nice spot this. You can see why they come here and bed down for the night. Very still, very calm. Why we keep coming over here is we keep trying to find an old sawmill. And yeah, I think the tide's come in now. Look, it's come in too far. I'll walk down there, but I don't think I'm going to get any further around. When we go over the top, over here, it takes us too high to walk down. There's no way of getting down. So we're coming to the assumption that we can only get to this sawmill from the other side of the island, which is the north of the island, or by paddling around here in kayaks and then landing them. It goes to show how dangerous this place can be. Look. That cavern down there, it's probably a depth of about 10 foot. And I was just walking on the other side of it. You don't want to be falling down there. Can't really see in it. Directly above these big rocks. Look at this one here. I don't know if you can see over there in the distance. I've tried to put it in the centre of the screen, but there looks like a stone building. It's right next to an electricity pylon. And that may be it. So I've got to keep going. The land has been with me all the way. And I am sure that building over there in the centre of the screen is what I'm looking for. But I just can't get to it. I've got one more route that I might be able to take to get me around this. Well, so much for third time lucky. This is it. I can't get any further. Walking, that is. Which is a real pain, but that's the way it goes. Kayaks it is. Let's take one last look at the view. And then I'm heading home. I've probably got about half an hour of daylight left, which should see me quite close to the cottage. Look at those clouds. Well, the next time I do this will be in the kayaks, and it will be spring. Failed. Again. On we go.